Yeah, dude, so as I said, people have been asking for me to do Frost PvP guide thing about my talents and glyphs and stuff.
Nice, man.
So, I'm going to do it. Now, see my first tier?
I do.
Unholy Blight. Awesome. It's like, see all these dummies right here?
Mm-hmm.
All I have to do is pop it. All I have to do is run near them. And they all get infected by my dots.
Really?
Yeah, look, click on them. It's an easy way to spread your dots and get that pressure going. Especially if you're
Wow.
UH, that's super easy. I mean, Rolling Blood's good, but then you're just wasting a whole bunch of runes trying to use Blood Boil when you can just run through them with Unholy Blight. That's easy.
Right.
Blake Leech is kind of like your soul swap for your like Affliction spec. I basically just take off my dots from this one dummy and I can move them to another one. But that's stupid because you can just get your dots on both of them and get more AoE damage. You know what I mean? So
Nice.
I'd say between the two, I'd either run Rolling Blood or Unholy Blight. Me personally, I run Unholy Blight. Preference basically, and spec. If you're running Unholy, I'm Rolling Blood's probably better for sure.
Nice.
Second tier, I use AMZ. How many times has this saved us in arena?
Dude, countless. Countless.
Because you can just completely um stop. Or if you're like fighting a mage or like a warlock and they use their cooldowns in the beginning, you can just sit in the AMZ and just not take any damage. Easy, saves your life. Let's see what else is there. Purgatory is stupid for PvP. Never, ever, 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 ever use Purgatory. All you do is come back alive for like 3 seconds to die again. What can you do in 3 seconds? Not much. You know what I mean?
And a lot of people use it thinking it really. I
It's
mean,
like it's
that.
gonna do something for them, and it's not.
And it, yeah, more often than not, it doesn't.
Lichborn, if you have a hard time staying alive, I'd run Lichborn. But at the same time, like, it's. I mean, you could use it as a trinket too if you wanted to, but I don't see it being that good. I don't use that. I'd rather just stick with AMZ because I use it to absorb damage and it helps. It saves my life a whole bunch of times.
AMZ for the win. I
Yeah.
agree.
I'm not gonna go over Death Advance or Chillbanes because how many classes have a range stun?
Dude.
You know what I mean? Asphyxiate is so viable always. Just run Asphyxiate. Don't ask questions about these two. Just run Asphyxiate. Makes your life easier. Now, level 60 tier. Conversion or Death Pact. Death Siphon is not good in PvP. Don't even look at that. Death Pact is good for a nice burst heal. Like say you have half health, you can get the full health in one quick Death Pact. Because you get like 150k heal or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? It'll
Oh.
get you up to full from half. But I'll use conversion because I can just turn it like after you use Death Pack in an arena and you're not running with the healer, that's all you have. Unless you run Lichborn. But if if you're not running Lichborn and you're running Death Pack and after you use Death Pack you won't have any other heals. So then you're basically gonna die. If you have conversion, you can just turn it on and off and if let me see how much this heals for. If I get my runic power up, and when I fight I usually have a lot of runic power, like right there. I turn it on, it's healing for 13k every second, dude. It's like a what's that warrior move
Uh.
that they get when
Second
they
win.
yeah second? It's like a second win, but you don't have to be below a certain amount of health. So that's I can just turn that on and off in the fight. How good is that? So it's a
It
constant
is.
heal. You can use it like in the beginning of a fight too, because if I'm bursting you, I'm doing my damage. I'm doing my damage. Wait for it to stack up. Turn it on. Keep doing damage, and it won't go off. So yeah,
That is nice.
it's pretty good. Let's see, 75. All three of these are good. It's just preference, to be honest. Blood Tap can be really good if you want to stack Narcos or spam Death Strike to get some heals or something like that. Or spam Obliterates for damage. That could be good. I personally run Runic Empowerment so I can get 45% chance to reactivate a fully depleted rune. So I can get a rune back quicker. That's pretty good. Runic Corruption's just as good, except it just increases like like your runes basically won't run out for 3 seconds. Actually, for 2.75 seconds, but basically 3. But they're both pretty good. I run Ring Empowerment. I feel like all three of they're just preference talents, really. Level 90. Gorfine's Grip, I feel, can be really good in RPGs, Holy. Tell you why.
Dolphin's grip.
Say you have a
Nice.
mage in a ring, right?
Right.
And you grip everybody that's kind of close into the ring.
Oof.
That's a mass CC right there.
Oof.
Or a trap. You grip them onto a trap. Mass knockoff.
I mean, what is it? Euroslith's Vortex and a Solar Beam, perhaps?
Yeah, dude, exactly. So Gorfine's Grip can be super viable in RPGs.
Oof.
Arena,
Nice.
though, I'd run Remorseless Winter because you get a stun. So if you hit him with Asphyxiate and you're doing your damage, then you pop your DPS macro that I'm going to go over later, and then you have Remorseless Winter popped. Like if, let me see how Remorseless Winter works. If you, like if I go to this dummy, actually let me find Remorseless Winter, it's not even on my bar. And you pop Remorseless Winter, it stacks to 5, it slows him down for each stack, and once it gets to 5, it stuns him.
Ooh,
So
that's an AoE stun.
yeah, so if they're in your radius and you're running with them, it'll not only slow them, but once it gets 5 stacks, it'll stun them and they can't move. So that's really good. Desecrated Ground can be really good if you don't want to run a trinket. Like, you can run 2 damage. Like, you can run a proc and the Badge of Victory if you wanted to, and then you could use Desecrated Ground as a trinket. So,
Nice.
or you could run a trinket and Desecrated Ground and have 2 trinkets, because Desecrated Ground kind of works as a trinket. If you're getting feared, stunned, or anything, it'll get you out of anything that you can't move your character or something like that. So yeah, that can be used as a trinket. That's really viable for arenas too. So it's between Desecrated Ground or Remorseless Winter. If you want to stun, Remorseless Winter, trinket, Desecrated Ground. Glyphs. Death and Decay. Slows them down by 50%. So if somebody's running from you, you can put it ahead of them, and then they're basically going to be walking.
Nice.
Can't beat that.
That is a nice. I like that.
AMZ, basically, instead of it having a cap like it usually does when you pop it, it'll absorb everything that is shot at you that's magical damage. So it has like no certain amount that it will absorb. It will absorb everything that is shot at you if it's magic. So that's pretty good.
That is
Now,
very nice.
I don't use Icebound Fortitude for the duration. Like, some people use it as defensive in case they're like taking constant damage and they need it like for a long period of time. I personally use it to absorb like a big hit. Like if somebody shoots a Chaos Bolt at me and I don't have AMS or AMZ up, I'll pop Icebound Fortitude and I'll just eat it. Like it won't even hurt me that bad because it increases your like the amount it absorbs by 50%, like the damage reduction by 50%, but it reduced the duration by 75. So it's only up for. Hang on, I need Woman Power to use it. So it's only up for 3 seconds. That's enough to like stop a Chaos Bolt, basically. You know what I mean?
Nice. And
So
what does the cooldown change from?
I think the cooldown's the same. It's just the duration's different. Cooldown's still 2 minutes.
Oh,
You could switch that out for anything though. Like that could be switched up. That's one of the ones that I bet a lot of people don't run. You could move that. That's just me personally. I run that one, but you could switch that up with something else. That's just what I use. Personal like the minor glyphs. Nobody really cares about. I'm gonna go run anyway because I use this one, which is pretty cool if you've never used it. But this glyph right here makes your ghouls look cooler when you pop army.
oh, nice, dude. It is pretty sick. Look at him.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. That's just a cool looking one. And then Howl of Winter just makes a cool snow effect.
I
Adds
like
on
that.
to the excitement of a DK. I'm tired of these orcs making all that noise. And then this other one just makes it so my ghouls don't taunt. Because you know if they taunt a boss, they're just going to get one-shotted.
Oof.
So I want them to stay alive to do damage. So I don't want them to taunt. Gear. I am gemming almost straight strength because I looked up a lot of the top tier like 2400 DKs and stuff on community and on the World of Warcraft site, and I've seen that most of them just stack gem strength for some reason. But I do a lot of damage when I do this though, so it hasn't hurt me yet. The only one that I use a socket bonus for is my shoulders, and that that gem could switched out for strength and haste. That'd actually be a good one, but I have Rizzo for some reason. And then like for example, most of these are just 60 strength socket bonuses, but if you're already gemming for 160 strength, you really don't need that.
Right.
So PvP power is useless right now, so socket bonus for that is just stupid. That won't even matter. So yeah, that's dumb. And if you're a DK that doesn't run the Rune of Fallen Crusader for PvP, you're not smart, and you need to put that on at all times. Let me see. Let's go outside orc so I can test my burst on you real quick. But yeah, I think a lot of my stuff is subject to change. I'm not a rank 1 player. It's just my personal stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure somebody's gonna disagree with what I have, but this is just my personal setup. I like to run it. It's done good for me in BGs. So as of now, it's not really subject to change, but it could be preference between somebody else. You know what I mean?
I do. I mean, I like it. I like the talents. I mean, they're legit.
Yeah, like a lot of them are like kind of the same, but like a little different. Like there's a lot of things that you can change. Here, come over here real quick so I can test my burst. Hopefully I can get some procs going. Here, put your pad on passive. Oh, no, you got rid of it. Let's see, damage macro. 30k, 43k. Another frost strike, obliterate crit, 72k. So yeah, that's pretty good.
You leveled me, dude, quick.
And now let me go over my damage macro real fast. I put my Gladiator Badge of Dominance, of Victory, in there, and that increases my strength by 2800 for 20 seconds. That's just a lot of damage by itself. Then, if you add that with Pillar of Frost, which increases your strength by 20%, so both of those are stacking on you at the same time. Then, on top of that, you have Remorseless Winter for your stun, so you're slowing them so that they can't run from your burst. That's just doing insane damage to whoever you're fighting. And then, me personally, I run Empower Rune Weapon so I can get more obliterates off at a time, since you don't run out of runes when you pop that. But a lot of people can save that for, like, if you're killing a healer, you can save that to stack Narcos or to stack Death Strikes to get your healing up. So
Nice.
you don't have to run that in damage macro. I personally do so I can get more moves off at one time. But other than that, I would save it and hold it off, because a lot of people don't like to pop everything at once, but I'm going in for the kill when I pop my macro, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to get it down. But yeah, that's my setup. That's what I run. It's more whatever fits your playstyle. And yeah, you just gotta go based off that.